The United Kingdom's Ministry of Defense latest intelligence update on Ukraine September 15, 2023. In a daring attack in the early hours of September 13, 2023, Ukrainian forces struck multiple missiles at the Sevastopol shipyard within the Black Sea Fleet's Sevastopol naval base. The landing ship Minsk and Kilo 636.3 class submarine Rostov-na-Donu were severely damaged while undergoing maintenance in dry docks. Despite attempts by the Russian Ministry of Defense to downplay the extent of the damage, it is clear the Minsk has been rendered inoperable, and the Rostov has likely suffered irrevocable damage. Open-source evidence indicates the strikes were extremely precise, exploiting vulnerabilities in Russian coastal defenses. Returning the Rostov to service could take upwards of 5 years and hundreds of millions in costs. Moreover, removing the wreckage from the dry docks will likely incapacitate them for many months, presenting the Black Sea Fleet with major challenges in sustaining fleet maintenance and operations. The loss of the Rostov-na-Donu removes one of only 4 cruise missile-capable submarines in Russia's Black Sea Fleet. These vessels have been critical in projecting Russian power across the Black Sea and eastern Mediterranean. This daring Ukrainian operation deals a major strategic blow to Russia's naval capabilities in the region. The successful penetration of Russia's naval base highlights serious deficiencies in the Black Sea Fleet's coastal defenses. It demonstrates Ukraine's ability to strike vital Russian assets, even in areas Moscow likely assumed were secure. This could force Russia to divert resources to bolster Sevastopol's protection. Ukraine Armed Forces General Staff Update. Day 569 of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine continues. The situation remains difficult in eastern and southern Ukraine. There were 17 engagements yesterday. Russia conducted another major air assault using Iranian kamikaze drones. Ukraine's air defense units shot down all 17 Shahed 136 and Shahed 131 drones. In total, Russia launched 54 airstrikes and 20 multiple launch rocket system attacks on Ukrainian positions and communities, wounding civilians. In the north, no major changes along the Volyn-Polisia axis. No signs of attack group buildup, though some Belarus forces continue activities near the border. Russia maintains forces near the border in the Siversky-Sloboshansky axis, shelling Ukrainian settlements from Russia. Airstrikes near Leonivka and Ramayak in Chernihiv. Over 20 settlements shelled, including in Sumy and Kharkiv regions. Near Kupiansk, airstrikes near Kotlarivka and Novoselivske. Artillery hit Dvorichna, Masutiivka, Sinkivka, Ivanivka, and more in Kharkiv. No major assault actions near Lyman. Airstrikes near Novoyevorivka, Bilohorivka, Spern, and more. Over 10 settlements shelled in Luhansk and Donetsk. Near Bakhmut, Russia tried to retake lost positions near Yahedny and Bodanivka. Airstrikes near Bodanivka and Novorodsky. Over 20 settlements shelled. No assaults near Avdiivka. Artillery and mortars hit Novokhalinov, Avdiivka, Severn, and more. Ukrainian forces repelled 7 attacks near Marinka. Airstrike near Krasnohorivka with continued shelling. Attacks on Krasnohorivka, Marinka, Novomikhailivka, and more. Airstrikes near Urozhainy and Staromayorsky near Shakhtarsk. Shelling of Vuhledar, Shakhtarsk, Zolota Niva, and over 10 other settlements. Airstrikes near Mala Tokmachka in Zaporizhzhia. Shelling of over 20 settlements including Orikhiv and Kamyansky. Shelling of over 10 settlements in Kherson and Mykolaiv regions. Ukraine continues counteroffensives near Melitopol and Bakhmut and liberating territory. Partial success regaining territory near Klishchivka. Facing catastrophic losses, Russia is forcibly recruiting locals in Primorsky Krai to replenish its depleted forces, targeting schools and offering cash incentives. Ukraine remains resilient despite Russia's brutality. The Institute for the Study of War Russian Offensive Campaign Assessment. In a major development, Ukrainian forces liberated the strategic settlement of Andriivka in the fiercely contested Bakhmut area on September 14. Troops continue to make gains near Bakhmut and in western Zaporizhzhia Oblast on September 15. The Ukrainian General Staff and officials confirmed that forces liberated Andriivka on September 14, achieving partial success near Klishchivka, just 7 kilometers southwest of Bakhmut, on September 15. Ukraine's 3rd Separate Assault Brigade reported completely destroying the encircled Russian 72nd Motorized Rifle Brigade in Andriivka, a major tactical loss for Russia's 3rd Army Corps. Importantly, Ukrainian troops are maintaining momentum in counteroffensive operations in western Zaporizhzhia, inflicting significant casualties around Verbov, 18 kilometers southeast of the crucial logistics hub of Orikhiv. The liberation of Andriivka marks a major breakthrough in Ukraine's grinding effort to push back Russian forces that have occupied key areas around Bakhmut for months. Together with ongoing counteroffensives across southern Ukraine, these gains demonstrate Ukraine's capability to methodically roll back Russian gains even in heavily contested areas. Unless Russia can stabilize defenses around Bakhmut, these latest Ukrainian successes place Russia's entire occupying force in northeast Donetsk at risk of unraveling. The blows to Russia's combat effectiveness could also factor into Ukraine's future counteroffensive calculations. The Institute for the Study of War Key Takeaways today. A Russian general admitted Russian military leadership has lied about progress in Ukraine and noted the effectiveness of Ukrainian air defenses against helicopters. This rare moment of candor highlights morale and command issues. Ukraine continues striking Russian Navy ships in the Black Sea using naval drones in another display of asymmetric warfare capabilities. Russia continued terror drone strikes against Ukrainian civilian areas, seeking to demoralize the population. This reprehensible tactic has so far failed to break Ukraine's spirit. A Russian lawmaker made the ominous statement that mobilized men will not demobilize until the end of Russia's so-called special operation. This could incentivize desertion among draftees. Russia seeks more control over Wagner's Africa ops, perhaps using former aerospace commander Surovikin. This highlights institutional rivalry and Russia's expanded ambitions in Africa. Russian forces made some gains along the Kupiansk-Svatov line, near Bakhmut, Donetsk, and Zaporizhzhia on September 15 through brute force. But Ukraine continues to degrade overall Russian combat power. Russia is strengthening ground lines connecting southern Ukraine to Russia and Crimea, but Ukraine likely aims to sever these links in future counteroffensives.